This is Elliot. I am the designer of ILIOS, and I thought I would do just sort of an introductory video, the first sort of video blog video, to kind of bring you up to speed where ILIOS is at the start of this YouTube channel. And then hopefully I'll be able to do updates as interesting things happen, and then when we get to a Kickstarter, we'll do either weekly or daily updates, and then more video updates as we go into production for those folks who are interested in what's happening with that. So, ILIOS is a game that I've been working on for 5 years. It started out as a game called Blockdown, then it became Uraset, and then we were discovered by Playford Games, who agreed to help us with our Kickstarter, and eventually, hopefully, we'll publish the game to be in stores near you. And so then it became ILIOS. We got the name because ILIOS is the Greek name for the city of Troy, and we're tying the game into the Iliad. It's not a direct tie-in, but it's inspired by the Iliad, which this is an oversimplification, but it's basically the story of the Trojan War. I got really excited about this when I discovered that there was a piece of artwork, a classical piece of pottery, that it shows Achilles and Ajax, who are two characters in the Iliad, in between sieges of the city of Troy, sitting, relaxing, playing some kind of a board game. Nobody really knows what they were playing, but some people think they were playing checkers, some people think they were playing dice. There's another game, the name of which escapes me, that is an ancient Greek game that's kind of like checkers, but it's very different. And so that got me really juiced up about the idea of this being related to the Iliad, because there you have players playing an abstract strategy game, and my game is an abstract strategy game. So a little bit more about ILIOS. It is abstract strategy, but it is not a perfect information game. If you don't know what that term means, basically chess is a perfect information game. It means that you can see all of the possible moves and the things that the other player could do. There's no secret things or anything like that. ILIOS is not that, although there are alternate rules which would let you play it that way. At its core, ILIOS is designed for everybody to be able to enjoy. So, like most abstract strategy games, it's really easy to learn. There aren't a heck of a lot of rules, and once you understand them, then it's just a matter of applying them to whatever's happening on the board. But each player has a hand of tiles that they keep secret, and then you draw tiles from a pool so that the tiles that you have are random. What this does is it puts newer players on a little bit more of an even playing field with players who play a lot of abstract strategy, and that makes it, I think, a little bit more fun. One other thing I want to mention about ILIOS that's different: most abstract strategy games are two-player games. ILIOS can be played with up to 5, and in the version that we're working on right now, which is going to go into Playford's Ancient Conflict Treasure Chest, which will be showing and selling some early copies at Strategicon here September 4th through 7th, 2015 in Los Angeles. That version will have, I know it'll have 4 players, it might have 5. The game was originally designed to be a 5-player game. It originally used dice, which has 6 sides, but one of the sides was for a function, so that let you have 5 players. So ILIOS can be played with more than 2 players, which is unusual for abstract strategy, and I think is really cool. Speaking of the Ancient Conflict Treasure Chest, I want to mention something about that. In that box, it's kind of like the old school chess, checkers, backgammon, cards, dice sort of collections that you would have, except it's nothing like that. Well, it's a little bit like that. In that it does have chess pieces. The box that it comes in is a very nice wooden box, and it has a checkerboard on the top that you can play chess on, and includes chess pieces for that purpose. But although it has a lot of other games, I guarantee you there will be games you've never seen before. Now, in the box will be ILIOS. There will also be Cartography, which is another one of Playford's games. It is the predecessor, abstract mind games-wise, to ILIOS in Playford's stable of games. But then there are other games, like, for example, King's Ransom and Journey Stones, both of which are designed by my friend Frank Zazanis. They're cool. They're not chess games per se, although King's Ransom has a lot in common with chess as far as like how the pieces are used, but it's a completely different game, which I think you'll really enjoy. And then Journey Stones is, I believe, it's like a Viking kind of themed game, where I think the pieces represent ships, if I remember from the rules correctly. Anyway, there's a lot of games like that where there's some new games that have been created by designers that you may have heard of. I do not have the list right now, and I apologize, but at some point I will be able to share that with you. But then there are also games that are historical games that they've been around for a while, but you haven't probably heard of them. And we can include the rules for those games, and they use pieces that are already in the Ancient Conflict treasure chest. So it gives you a lot of different types of games to play. They're all pretty much abstract strategy or variations on that theme. And if you like that kind of game, then you'll definitely enjoy this Ancient Conflict treasure chest. It's in a really nice box. It's got these neat bags where all the pieces go in, the tokens and the tiles and the chess pieces and all that. It's nice to kind of sit there on your coffee table and be like a little piece of furniture. And then you just break it out, and there's all these different games that you can potentially play. And some take longer to play than others, some use more pieces than others, etc., etc. But it's really cool, and I'm really proud that ILIOS is being included in that. So that's super fun. And like I say, Playford's going to be showing those at this upcoming Strategicon. What else? So I'm really excited about this whole process because as the designer both of the graphics and art and the game itself, I've been intimately involved with getting this game to the point where it can be sold to people. When Playford came in, one of the things that happens as a game designer when a publisher comes in, most of the time the publisher says, thank you very much, you've got a great game, we're now going to turn it into something that you can sell, so you go ahead and do something else. And that's got its own benefits. But I am very fortunate in that I am getting to design the pieces, design the box art, be involved with the rules process and so forth, which is a privilege to get to do when you're bringing your game to market like this. So we also have folks that are working on the rules and polishing those things up, and as the weeks progress and we get things finalized, I'll definitely share with you my experience doing that. But it's really cool, and so over the last, gosh, I guess 6 months, I've been working with Playford to come up with different art designs and figure out what the pieces will be made out of and all that kind of stuff. For the Ancient Conflict treasure chest, we have these nice woodcut pieces that are being done by Blue Panther, and they're really cool. When I'm waiting for the final version for Strategicon to come in. For the regular game, we haven't decided, so I won't even speculate on what it's going to be. But whatever it's going to be, there's going to have great art. It's going to be really good in the hand, and I think you'll really enjoy that when it comes out. I guess that's about it for right now. Hopefully I'll be able to post videos like this on a sporadic basis as interesting things happen, as I said, and then when the Kickstarter starts, it'll be more regular. Thank you for watching the video. If you would like more information, you can also follow the game at ILIOS Game on Twitter. There's a Google Plus account associated with this YouTube account. Probably not going to post as much to there, but I will try to give it some love. You can also find ILIOS on Facebook. I believe it's facebook.com/ILIOS or ILIOS Game. Just search for ILIOS on Facebook. You can find us there if you prefer to hang out on there and find out stuff there. You can also follow me on Twitter at ModestElliot. If you're interested in other things that Modest Games has been working on, which that's the game collective that I'm with Joseph Limbaugh and Ross Helwig, you can follow us at Modest Games or go to facebook.com/ModestGames, modestgames.com for that, playfordgames.com for information about the various games that they're working on. ILIOS isn't up there yet, but it will be soon. We'll definitely let you know when that happens. Please subscribe here. Please, if you have friends who like abstract strategy, please let them know about ILIOS and also about cartography, by the way. That's another really great game. And that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you are a reviewer and you would like to be included in our reviewers list, you can comment here. You can send me a private message here on YouTube, or you can contact me at Eliot, E-L-I-O-T, @modestgames.com, and I will put you on our list. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye.